proud of you because you didn't come out for a couple of days. Because me and her decided to give you some money that you teach her from that point on.
So we had a conversation.
We thought it was going to be a back and forth. But
so
then I was like, I haven't heard him or seen from him in a while.
Still want to talk to your man about another man, about what the other man is.
You seen that?
So anyway, so we started a conversation, and apparently Moosah said that he stabbed a woman. So he's going to explain that because it sounds kind of treacherous. This is again the John and Moosah podcast. Leave a comment below for any feedback. Like and subscribe. Tell other people about us. We got a guest with us. His name is. You want to give your name, bro? You want me to give your name?
Yeah.
Basim is one of our, regular guests. So here we go. You said you stabbed a woman for no reason?
He said he wanted to name the podcast Moosah Stabbed a Bitch.
Well,
okay. I remember I had a fight with a kid. And I beat him up, beat his brother up, a bunch of fans. He kept bringing people and I kept beating him up. Playing, I don't know if it was millipede.
So we're taking it back. Before you got into a fight with somebody.
Before I stabbed a bitch.
Okay, so before we get into this whole story.
So what he did was he tapped me. I was either playing millipede or Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Those only certain games I know I was good at.
So he's playing an arcade game in a store?
Arcade game, no, yeah. Well, in an arcade.
Yeah.
They used to have them in the hood in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And when he tapped me and I turned, the mofo stuck me with the kitchen knife set, the littlest one, stuck me in my chest. So only way I knew, I went to throw my hand. I was like, oh. I said, you stabbed me. And he looked and then he ran. Then I was like, I don't know what to do because now I'm stabbed. There's a knife hanging out of my body. So people was like, pull it out. No, don't pull it out. Pull it out. No, don't pull it out. Did you go to the
hospital?
I pulled it out and stopped bleeding. And then I started walking around. And it started bleeding again. My grandma was like, oh my God, somebody shot him. Because a little hole. You could see it. And then my father got stabbed. And he died. He bled to death internally. So I thought that was going to be me. And they stripped me up. Asian doctor came by. Listened. Cut them stitches back up. So we got to keep him for a couple of days. Make sure he's not internally bleeding. So I had
so this traumatized you?
A PTSD on knives, in a sense.
Yeah. So this basically caught your...
Yeah. So my grandmother had this knife. She had a stone, and she had that the metal, the black handle with the wheels over here and the wheels over here, and you slide it. The knife was sharp. And we was talking mess and Papa Junk. What if I stabbed you tonight?
Who was talking?
Oh, well...
Who was you talking?
It was a girlfriend of mine who lives in Minnesota now, and she was the stab victim because she
You could just say your girlfriend, and then you could have went to the conversation.
Okay, I'm trying. The problem is talking here. He wants to tell me how to talk instead of just letting me talk, and
It's because when you talk, sometimes you just get drawn into other things.
I'm talking about the same thing, the same person.
Oh my God, man.
Oh my God! Anyway, so listen. She kept playing and kept playing and kept playing. I kept saying stop. So I seen the ice pick. So when I picked the ice pick up, I was like, "Yo, stop!" And she was like, "Huh." And when she picked her leg up, and like her motion was going towards me.
Was she doing a fencing stab like that?
Playing, but when she picked her leg up, and like she was going towards me, I spoke to the leg, and then she was like, "Oh, you stabbed me." But then she had the knife different. And then I held the ice pick different. I was like, yo, stop playing. Like,
so
yo.
It got into an elevated situation.
And then she realized, oh, yeah, I forgot you got stabbed. I shouldn't be playing with you like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you never had nothing happen to you? Okay, like, I know the story about you getting your leg broke. Remember that? He had his leg broke.
Somebody broke your leg, like martial arts?
In a karate class.
You was in a karate class?
He got his leg broke.
How did that happen?
Well, I wasn't a black belt yet. I was only like a green belt.
Okay, closer to the mic.
I was only like a blue belt, and I had a sparring session with one of the guys there, like another student, and he just happened to be kind of bigger than me. At that time, I was a young kid. I my teens.
And the person you fought, were they older than you?
Huh? Yeah, he was older than me. I mean, the sensei didn't have age discrimination. It was like, you in the dojo, you're gonna spar with whoever's there.
He didn't even put body type, like a tall guy with a tall guy.
His whole concept is the same concept that Kareem had. A person big or small may attack you in the street. You gotta know how to. You gotta know how to maneuver yourself and protect yourself, defend yourself against all size people.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just size difference. That's sports martial arts. We didn't do sport martial arts. We did street sense self defense. So, but anyway, going back to that. My sensei had us doing a sparring, and we both threw with a front kick, a snapping front kick at each other at the exact same time. Our legs collided, and his bones just happened to be a little stronger than mine. And when I kicked and came down on my foot, my whole leg just gave out, and I fell to the ground.
Yeah, man, I can hear that. Just feel it. It's crazy. You can even feel that.
Yeah. And Sensei did his little Miyagi, he put it on me on the leg, and did a little Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi thing.
He did it, Mr. Miyagi? Are you serious?
Yeah, he did.
And did it heal?
It was good enough for me to get home. It was good enough for me to get home with.
So
I still had to go.
It was like
to
a
the
temporary
hospital.
Band-Aid until you got to
It was enough. He sent some type of chi energy into my leg, and it was enough for me to get home.
So he had.
But I still had to go to the hospital the next day. When I went to the hospital the next day, I learned that I had a hairline fracture in my shin.
Okay.
It was a hairline
So
fracture.
wow.
So I was in a cast for almost 6 weeks. I didn't want to go to school or nothing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway, the craziest thing I've ever done.
Wait, I know the.
Oh, you know what? Because you have a lot of stories.
No,
okay.
but okay.
You look like you have a lot of
No,
stories.
I want you to tell the audience about the time when you do it on yourself and it messed up your whole pants leg. Like, was it any of that wet, hot, fiery lava, or was it some doodle balls coming out your butt at the same time? No, because it's necessary to know from our listeners that 3 of us are here, and 1 of us could be nicknamed Shitty. So I'm gonna give Shitty the mic.
Shut up, bro. I don't know what you.
Tell your story.
Nah, the only crazy story I have is like I had a stiletto knife in the back of my pocket, and I don't know why, but I had the dagger up. You stuck yourself in the Yeah, no, I didn't stick myself in I actually stuck myself in the forearm right here because I was trying to jump for something, and the dagger went right into the dagger went right into my thing. That's the only time I've done something crazy like that. But like, oh, you want to talk about doo-doo on yourself? Yeah, okay, forget it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have crapped on themselves when they're kids or whatever. I remember one time I was walking with my father, and he just got out of working for somebody, and it was in Manhattan. I forgot which street it was, and like I thought it was just a fart, and that shit came down like Niagara Falls. But it wasn't no hot. It was bad. It was really bad, and I had shorts on, so there was no hiding it.
Oh, that's crazy.
There was no hiding on that shit.
I know you do it on yourself.
Yeah, but not as an adult like you do, because you have to wear diapers at the end of the day. You look like you have to wear diapers at least.
So now we know who's looking at whose ass in here. But anyway, there were 3 of us. We went downtown Brooklyn, got up at Horton Skimmer, and we bought some gyros.
I love gyros,
on
man.
the corner. And then.
Oh wait, let me ask you a question. Does that store sell gyros? That restaurant that you went to?
They sell them down there.
Oh.
No, but I'm talking about real gyros. Because I think that's a Greek restaurant.
They sell real gyros.
All right. Oh, which one are you talking about?
Washington Deli.
You talking about the one that they?
I like the corner all the way.
No, that's not real gyros. I'm talking about straight up. Remember with the spigot?
Oh, like that? No.
You know, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, with your boring ass story.
Yeah. So we were sitting there, we was chilling, and I think he drunk some milk. He didn't know he was lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
We all get on the A train. Because it was the A or the C train in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got on the A train, we chilling. He gets up and he walks between the cars. But he never comes back. So as he's standing there, some of us are like, yo, what's up? We about to get off soon. He like, so my man said, yo, I'm going to get up and see what's going on with him. And you can see him going, like don't come over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stay back. Like, don't come over here. So the closer we got, he pulled into the station. Now, downtown Brooklyn, we got as far as Kingston and Troop. That's after Notion, right? Or before Notion, or it depends on wherever you're coming from.
Yeah.
He pushed the thing back, and he was between the cars, he jumped, and he runs up the stairs. So everybody like, oh snap, what happened? So everybody chasing him, but I see like little wet spots, right? So I'm thinking, what's going on? Like, did he hurt himself in between them? Like the car smashed? I don't know what's going on. So as we run up behind him, all of a sudden I noticed the steam. It was winter, dead ass winter. You could see the steam coming out of his ass. Yo!
So steam coming out of his ass.
So now we like, yo! Slow down! Yo, come here! Yo, what's going on? He's running faster. And we gotta run faster. So you know how they got them 3-4 steps? Then you got a little platform, then it's the door. He cleared all 4 steps, knocked the door open, ran upstairs, and we ain't seen him for like 2 days. And I said, what happened? He said, I'm allergic to milk, I found out. I said, so what happened? He said, you did. He said, I ain't just shit myself. I diarrhea my whole. He said, he said, my mom asked him, said, I washing for you, baby. He said, I can never wear them again, Grandma. And I was like, that's crazy.
But you was capping because you saw what was happening, but you still wanted to know what was going on.
Yeah, I was
you saw the trail of doo-doo going all the way
I saw the wet trail of doo-doo. I saw the dry trailer. I saw doo-doo. And I seen smoke running out of his ass like it was a chimney. And I was like, you know what I used to see back in the days when I would grow up? Like my friend had a father that was drunk. And he would go between the cars and piss. And then I know another friend I had who moms used to drink. And she would go between the cars and take I got a friend. And she don't even go upstairs. She'll go right to between 2 cars, pull up her stuff, pull down her pants, and pee. So, you know, as a young kid, everybody getting a free look at the poo-poo. Like, yeah, what's that? You know what I mean? So,
man, we are disgusting, man. I mean, I ain't. It's not like I'm not gonna look, but
he said, you hear this? He said, we are disgusting men. He just told you he do it on himself, and he like golden showers.
I ain't say I like golden showers.
You didn't know, but you ain't tell me about the story about the girl that peed on you, and you was like, oh my god. It's to feel tingly when it's hitting my skin.
No girl peed on me.
The
problem is your brain damage.
Brain.
So you must have got a story about somebody else and thought it was me.
No, I was actually talking about you.
No, it's not me.
So you can
the
do
way
it
you're looking at me
like
right now, it's like you're looking at the wall.
No,
so obviously,
I see
with
you.
your brain damage looking self.
Oh, so now I gotta be brain damaged. He peed. He do it on himself. He let a girl pee on him.
See, I did it on myself when I was a kid. You do it on yourself when you was an adult.
Because I went to the bathroom, and nobody doodles on himself as an adult.
No, but
anyway, and that's
you do it on yourself as an adult.
Okay,
Full
so
grown
now
man.
be talking about I doodled on myself as an adult, which is extremely cap. I'm gonna have to confess one thing. I mean, it's from the bottom of my heart, and I'm glad I got both of y'all here. Your breath smell like shit. Your
Wow.
breath smell like doodle beef patty. Your breath smell like a bum opened both your lips and took it. Okay. You thought I was gonna give him the mic.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying, my breath smells like what your face looks like.
Oh, good one. Nice comeback.
So I get what you're saying. Do you have any other crazy incidents besides stabbing a woman for no reason?
Have you ever hit a woman? Pushed a woman?
I pushed someone. But that was only because...
That tell the story.
All right, just
tell the story.
My ex-wife, my first woman, was very abusive. She was actually wailing on me, and I had to push her back. That's it.
So you was taking an ass whooping, and the only defense you could do was just...
Well, because if I started hitting her, I probably would have been in jail for something else.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Butted the shit out of her, kicked her or something. I don't know.
Well, I had a crazy incident with my ex-wife. That's my daughter's mother. Well, one day we was in Lafayette Gardens Project in Brooklyn, and we got into some sort of argument. I don't remember what the argument was about. It was so many years ago, but we were arguing, and she just like lost it, and was like ran to the kitchen, and something in me said, follow her because she's going to the kitchen. I ran behind her, and she opens the drawer, the kitchen drawer, and pulls out a meat cleaver. And I'm standing behind her, like, and I see her hand going for the meat cleaver, right? And I'm like, I can't believe this woman is getting ready to do this.
Meat cleaver my ass.
I grabbed her by her wrist, and I did one of those Kodagosh stick movements, and she went flying across.
It's an jiu-jitsu movement. It's like a wrist lock.
It's like a wrist lock, and you do it like that.
Oh, okay.
It's called in Japanese. It's called a Kodagosh.
Okay.
And I did one of those on her, and she went flying from one end of the kitchen to the other end. And she looked up at me, damn karate. I said, yo, you was about to pick up a meat cleaver at me. I had to do what I had to do. I don't hit women. I'm dead set against it. But if you
maybe she was very passionate about cutting meat.
Huh?
What if she was just passionate about cutting meat?
It wasn't about cutting meat, bro. There was no meat
You
there
were the
to be
meat that she
cut.
was gonna
He
cut?
didn't want his meat to be cut.
Yes, absolutely. There was no meat there. There was nothing on the counter, nothing on the table.
He trying to be funny.
She was, yeah, I know. She was coming at me, getting ready to do me in with that meat cleaver. She threw a mayonnaise bottle at me one time. We was arguing. She, like you said, she was very abusive. We got into an argument again, and I stepped out the room, and as I stepped out the room, one of my homeboys was there in the apartment with us. He says, yo, Basim, watch out! And I look up, and I see mayonnaise bottle, everything slow motion. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I just do my face like that, and it passed right by me and hit the wall. And I look up at her, I was like, you crazy. Beep, 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 beep.
What did she do after that?
I went at her.
Oh.
I
What do you mean?
at her,
Beat her up, or you
I went
karate
at
chopped
her.
her?
Huh? I didn't hurt her, but I went at her enough to let her know.
Don't do that again.
Don't do that again. As a matter of fact, we done, because you too damn
Yeah,
violent.
there's something up with you.
Want to hear something great?
You know what I heard?
Same ex-wife. Almost similar situation. I was a girl that I was living upstairs from another couple or another family, and there was a girl that lived downstairs, and I was married with his first wife. And I started talking with this girl. I forgot how it went, but I was starting to talk to this girl. We had a lot in common, but it wasn't like a relationship conversation. It was just like, oh shit, you like this too? Oh wow. Next thing you know, we were in my apartment. And we were talking. Matter of fact, the girl came to my apartment. We were talking. We just seemed to like have a really good conversation. For some reason, spider senses went off, just like you. A statue, a freaking like one of those trophy statues.
Yeah.
Came whizzing really close to my face, and it was my ex-wife. It was my first wife. Yo, I got so mad I ran after her.
Yeah.
But you want to hear something crazy?
She beat you up?
No, we had sex. She's the one that introduced me to angry sex. We had sex in the middle of the heat of the act. It was like she was like so angry with me, and then we just went at it, man. I'm telling you this right now. Angry sex is the best. Anyway, there you go.
Okay, let's go back. You been robbed before?
I had my
You been
stuff
robbed?
stolen
I've
out.
been robbed. You got what?
Not robbed like in person, somebody coming at you and
I've been
robbing.
robbed.
I've been robbed gunpoint
Yeah.
That point?
in Brooklyn
Yeah.
by two guys, so I didn't know. It was really.
Who had the gun? Who was
Yeah,
more
it was
dangerous?
impossible. I know who had the gun, but I didn't know what the other guy had. It
Yeah.
was two of them, and there's only one of me, and I wasn't taking it.
Same thing happened to me. Same thing happened to me.
You know.
I only said
Russell, just wanted to say, when you talk, the mic is away from you. Try to talk a little bit louder because I don't know if it's picking you up.
Oh, all right.
That's all. I'm just saying in the future.
this is the thing, man. My grandmother, you know, everybody said, God bless her soul, blah, 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 right? Okay. She said, don't you put your hand on a girl.
Yeah.
I better not catch you putting your hand on no female. I'm outside. We playing a game with Skelly. Girl come over, kick me in the chest. Grab her leg, push her thigh, she fall down. Somehow I'm thinking, we only playing. Now, she beats my ass. Yes.
Who beats your ass?
And the girl
beat your ass.
Beats my.
I've been there.
She beat my ass like she did it before.
Yeah.
Like I was a kid.
I've been.
So I come back. I'm sitting on the stoop. My grandma look out the window. What happened to you? She beat the girl. She beat me up. What? You go down there and whoop her ass. I said, wait, then you tell me not to hit no female? She said, she put her hands on you like a man, you whoop her ass like a man. Went back down there, and I went upstairs, changed my clothes, washed my face, came back outside, got a new skelly top and everything. The milk cartons one, or sometimes we get them off the school chairs, the metal top.
Yeah, I remember
the metal tops
yeah.
to break the glass
yeah.
tops. We send the plastic ones way far. And here she came again. But now everybody's outside, so it looked like a boy beat the girl up. I went to bing boom bing bop boom bing boom boom bop boom boom bing, and then she just I hit her so hard and so fast many times. When I stopped, she said, "Ah!" All the time I was hitting her, she wasn't making no noise. But the moment I stopped, now I gotta fight her brother, her uncle, her father chased me around the block. I'm thinking he gonna stop soon because he old. No,
because that's the natural consequence. Because that's the natural consequences. I mean, even if wrong or right, what happens is when they see a man beating a woman, he could be in the right because she probably started it.
Yeah,
everybody's just gonna just automatically defend the woman.
Chivalry.
But it's just like that's exactly what you see. Yeah.
Chivalry.
Well, I got a case where I was like you, Moosah, man. I think I was in the 5th grade, and there was a fight going. We had gotten out of school. It was after 3 o'clock, and we, a lot of we kids were walking home from school. And there was like a little park over there in the area where we had to walk home from. And I'm walking home, and the next thing I know, I see all these kids running across the street, and you know how when kids see a fight, they all gather around. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to.
Oh, look at this fight!
Yo. Yeah, oh yeah, thank you. So that's what. Okay, thank you again.
Yeah.
So
you want one? Oh, you got diabetes.
I run over towards the fight, and now everybody's crowding around the fight. And out of nowhere, some girl, I didn't even know who the girl was. She turns around, looks at me, and punches me in my eye. I felt like Mitch Green when Mike Tyson punched him in the eye. My eye was like, oh shit, she just punched me in my eye. And that when I went home, my mother was like, what happened to you? Because I had a shine of it. That girl hit me so hard. I saw stars, moons, clovers, everything in the Lucky Charm box. I saw it. My mother was like, so what happened to you? I said, some girl punched me in the eye. My mother was like, you know what? Enough is enough. Because I used to get into fights a lot in elementary school. Because back then in the 60s, they had the dark skin, light skin thing going on, and I was a light skinned kid, and I had to run home from the dark skinned kids because it was just crazy. That was in the 60s and part of the 70s. But anyway, my mother was like, okay, enough is enough. I'm putting you in karate school.
That's where it started.
That's where it started.
Alright. I didn't get put in karate school. I learned to beat a bitch up when she was trying to hit me.
I had a situation where I thought I could beat somebody.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had a situation, well, it was my cousin, really. And to this day, right now, she works at she's a
prostitute?
No, bro. Thanks for
call girl?
No, she works in a prison facility. I think she's like
OnlyFans?
She's I'm gonna punch you in your mouth for this, man. Like, I'm really about to punch you in your mouth. This is my cousin.
I'm saying she could be a superhero prostitute.
No. She works as a security guard or warden or something. And I think it's Rikers Island or something. I don't know. But anyway, I thought I could whoop her ass because she was a girl. I was like, watch me whoop my cousin's ass because she ain't shit. My cousin put the beatings on me so bad. It was embarrassing. Like, in front of my friends. I was like, I thought I could whoop her ass just because she was a girl, and she was about the same age, but she was a little bit taller than me. She gave me some.
You learned that day, huh?
Still to this day, it bothers me because the way she whooped me, it was like no mercy on me.
We had girl bullies.
We had girl bullies.
Mm-hmm.
You had a girl bully?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Tomboy girl.
Tomboy girl.
I had a girl. I
Hang
had
out
a
with
girl that
a
was
group
like
of
that.
dudes,
She was so
hang
tough
out with
looking.
a bunch
Don't have
of
sex
dudes.
with none of them.
She act like a dude herself.
Everything will punch you in the face.
Punch you right in your face.
Have a body like almost like a man.
Nah,
Like,
Yeah.
Well, you can see muscles on her, but you see nice booty and then breasts too.
Yeah.
But she wasn't pretty. A lot of them.
She be a bully girl, man.
Bully girl.
have deep eyebrows.
I had a fight with a couple of them in order to not get my ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
I fought back 3
My-
times.
The thing is, my cousin, she grew up as a really good person. Like she was tough. She was tough in the streets, but she wasn't like bully like. But she kept herself. She kept herself good.
So, I'm married to a girl, and we together. Sex is on fire every time we see each other. Right after sex, can't stand each other. We arguing one day, and she says, "I hope you get killed at your job." I go, "F you, B."
She said, "Hope you get killed at your
killed." I worked in the projects doing security, stopping people from selling drugs, robbing.
And the chance of you getting killed could be
it could be real life, right? So then I was like, F you, B. She's like, no, really. Like, I hope before you clock in, a car run up on the sidewalk and run you over. And
that sounds precise. Like
she was driving, right? And when he back up, he crush your skull the way we have to have a closed casket funeral. So she was watching Oprah. I said, you know what, bitch? I hope Oprah jumped through the TV during commercial break, choke your ass, beat your ass, and kill you to death.
Was you guys joking or
No! And come back and give everybody a call. You got a car. And act like you never killed a bitch, but you did. Like dead presidents. When the dude that played Smokey at the end, they broke in his door and he had OD. And his eyes was rolled back in his head, or his eyes was white from him ODing. I ain't finished.
you gotta describe some dead presidents. What is dead presidents again?
Oh,
That was a movie.
I remember seeing it, but a lot of people might not have seen it. But you see dead presidents. Who's in it?
Lorenzo Tate, 2 fine chicks, Chris
fine
Tucker, Walborn, I can't pronounce his name, he's a bald-head black guy, and a bunch of white people. I don't know none of them. And
But there was a scene in the thing that you're describing your scenario.
Huh?
There was a scene in the movie that you're describing your situation.
What did I say?
See, you forgot what you were saying.
No, I'm asking you what did I say. See if you remember.
You said something about Lorenzo Tate.
Before that.
I forgot.
Okay, give me the mic back.
Get you the mic.
So we argue all the time. And I would come home, I look at her, she look at me, clothes fly off, we have sex. So I kind of can almost relate to the angry sex, but one day we talking, and I just talking my hands a lot, I just move my hands. So she be like, yeah, don't put your fucking hands in my face again. I just be like, what? So
Did you guys used to argue just for the hell of it?
Nah, like, I think, like,
For some women,
this
like
was
to
the
argue.
bad thing. You my man, right?
Yeah.
And you dating her friend.
All right.
I'm your man and I'm dating your girlfriend, right?
Uh-huh.
So what happened is, she gets mad at her, she tells me everything she did. So I used to say stuff like, yo, I seen you the other day. I saw you. And him that song,
Mhm.
he lied and said he seen her.
Mm-hmm.
I seen you the other day. She said, you seen my insurance? I said, nah, at the party when you was dancing. She said, well, I didn't look about. I said, nah, but you was dancing with this one. Yeah, that too. And I should tell her what she had on, everything. So, anytime after that, when she see me with around a girl, it was, I seen her hugging you, anything. Just to to have something, the argument, fight back. So this one time, right, she said, keep your hand on my face. And I kept saying, my hand out in your face. She said, I'm telling you, with the 2 fingers pointed directly at my face, put your hand on my face again, we're going to have a problem. So I'm thinking, alright. So you get up. And I'm thinking, we playing. So she swings. Woof, I duck. She swings. Woof, I duck. So I'm tapping her. Just grazely touching her face. Let her know I can hit you when I want to.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets frustrated. She grabs my t-shirt. She rips it. So when she rips my T-shirt, she got on a nightgown. I'm thinking, we about to have sex.
Yeah.
Snatch the nightgown, clean off. So she like, motherfucker, you ain't gonna be hitting me or beating on me. And I ain't got no clothes on. So I'm like, well, what you talking about? I thought we was going, she said, no, let me put on the T-shirt. So she throws in a T-shirt. So I said, well, okay, I'm gonna throw on another T-shirt. You rip my T-shirt. So as I put the T-shirt over my head, she grabs the hole and she uppercuts me to where I felt like, oh my goodness. Did she call her brother in here? Was it the dude that just hit me?
He did that, Kevin Hart. Like, which one of you hit me?
Which one of you hit me? Chris Tucker too. He said that in Rush Hour. So now, after the third hit, I reach up, grab her, and I throw her. She flies on the bed. So I walk over there. She starts kicking. So she kicks me in the face. Move. She kicked me in the face. I smacked her so hard. I smacked her so hard. Ma! She paused for a minute. Her mouth open. And then after a while, a breathe. You know, you ever seen a black kid get hit, and they go, and you be thinking, where's the noise? And all of a sudden, everybody gets anywhere, right? You gonna play them spades, you hear, ah! Well, that's what she was like, ah! So then she started kicking crazy again. I was like, yo, you relax, chill out. Boop, boop, got too close. She kicked me again. I caught her again on the other side. Bah!
Is this so? This time you knew martial arts. You
No, I knew how to. Okay, my concept that is only me, and I love me. So if it's the choice between me and you, I'm gonna choose you because I love me, and you got brothers and sisters and a whole lot of family. I don't have that much, but I learned one thing: I love me. So being I love me, what I choose to do is want to survive. Mm-hmm. So if I gotta fight, I'm gonna fight. I can fight bullies to not get bullied. I would spar with them and wrestle with them. Mm-hmm. And if I knew they couldn't beat me, I knew they couldn't beat me. Mm-hmm. Cause you would hear that, oh shit, he caught me. Oh, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But they always want to get you back before the end of the fight. At least hit you one good time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we start fighting. She got smacked. I mean, first time, second time. Then I smacked her downwards. Meow! And then it stopped. And then
this was a serious fight.
Serious fight. I was so mad and so upset that I wanted. You ever been so hot that you almost went to sleep afterwards? So I laid in the bed, and I went to close my eyes. And I'm sitting there going, I can't believe this. I'm exhausted from like hitting her. And I look up, and she's sitting in the chair with a knife in her hand. And I'm thinking, oh man, here we go again. So I say, yo, what you doing with that knife? She go to sleep. And I'm like, what? Go to sleep. She said, if I see your eyes closed, I'm going to stab your punk ass. So I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, stop playing. Go back in the kitchen, put that knife away. She go, uh-huh. And I happen, as I'm talking now, I go like this, close my eyes, and I nod a little bit, and I hear the chair move. I said, oh, snap. She inched the chair towards me a little bit more. So now I'm like, yo, you know, when you part-time petty thug, you done heard it before, so you say it too. What? Stab me with that knife, you better kill me. I'm gonna take that knife out and I'm gonna kill you with it. Not knowing that first stab might make you go, see them X's cross the eyes like the cartoon. You know what I mean? But I know she might have not known that. So now I nod again. She's right next to the bed with the chair with the knife. Now
like something out of a cartoon. Every time you close your eyes, shifting of the
because
chair.
she was trying to show me how serious she was.
Mm-hmm. You
So
think she would
now,
have really stabbed you?
I don't know, but I knew she was morbidly scared of guns, and I had a .38 revolver. And when I went to lay my head back, I felt something in my pillow. I stuck my hand in between it. I said, "Oh shit, my gun!" So I picked that guy was asleep. I heard the chair inching, and I pulled the gun out. She was like, "Oh my God, no!" I was like, "What you doing down? Put that knife down." So she dropped the knife. As a matter of fact, yep, I'm stupid. Take off all your clothes and we had sex.
Oh, wow.
So that's the angry sex. That's the angry sex. And, yo, that's what I'm talking about. That's the angry sex.
No. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because you guys were still heated at each other. And so basically it was a relationship that seemed like you guys had like a lot of passion.
And sex.
Like, yeah, So yeah, you guys was like very angry, and you guys. I think in many ways you guys kind of like fighting with each other. It don't, you know, there are couples that's like that. They just are very rough with each other, you know.
Yeah, I tell you.
So yeah, that's freaking interesting.
You never see.
There was this girl I knew. Well, I was with her at the time. We were together. This is when I was living in Binghamton. And me and girl, I'm always, I don't know what it is. I'm always getting into arguments with women for some strange reason. But again, I was arguing with this girl, and she happened to have a cup of water in her hand, and we're passing words back and forth at each other, like, you know, angry words, and she suddenly throws the water in my face.
Wait, hold on. Bro, why are you spray painting on the floor?
I'm not spray painting the floor.
What are you doing?
I'm minding my business.
Yeah, you should spray paint that shit outside. That's toxic.
That's toxic.
Bro, I'm gonna kick you in your neck.
My neck.
Brother's telling a story and you're trying to spray paint inside it.
I'm jealous because his cane got the gloss
So
on
still
it.
do that shit outside, you fucking freak. Anyway, you was talking about whooping a woman's ass or something?
Well, it wasn't that.
See that smell? See this toxic smell?
It wasn't that I had to whip her ass, but she threw a cup of water in my face, and when she did that, it distorted my vision and everything. And I'm standing there like oh shit, I'm blinded by the water, and it made me think. And my thoughts were like, yo, what if this could have been like a real situation, and you know, I'm in a bar or something, and somebody throws a cup of water right in your face, and you're not expecting it. You get pretty fucked up behind that. So what I had to do was like sit down and reevaluate stuff. You know, reevaluate them. That was pretty. You know, I'm thinking to myself that was a pretty good technique she used on me, and I could have got fucked up.
That was nice. Yeah. All right, Moosah, here, hold this and say something. I gotta walk around.
I like the cane. I like what you did there.
Yeah, I'm about to call him now. Call you back.
Like a freaking kid sitting there spray painting. Hold on. 37 minutes. So, let me get the mic. All right, so just to clarify this conversation, we're not trying to promote women beating, even though Moosah seems like he likes it. We're just, just experience of people just getting into a physical altercation. Both sides seems to be equal. We're not trying to promote the abuse of women and things of that nature.
Yeah, but why women feel it's okay to smack a man or hit a man, but you can't hit them back?
I think a lot of women think that because you're going to obey that law.
Chloe Ryder has an appointment at 5, and I
got a text message. Yeah, so right now he's just trying to
earlier, so I wanted to know if I could bring her in early. 12-9. Hold on, I gotta look. She's 7. 12, 9, 3. She never helped me at all. I'm gonna just do all the application by myself. I know she got a kid. Hold on a minute, miss.
So right now Moosah's just hold on.
12, 9. Where's it? How you doing? 19. Where's my calculator? I can't believe this.
I ain't get that.
All right, so thank you. So we just took a little pause. Brother had to take his daughter to the dentist. It was unexpected, but we did.
I got a question.
So we just cleaning it up because there's a child here. So
still got a question.
All right, you got a question.
And I'm the child's father. I don't remember none of my teeth falling out. Actually, they say that the Most High makes you forget that pain that you go through as a baby. Because when babies, they always say when baby teeth growing, and that's why they crying all the time. I be thinking, why would that hurt? And then I found out scientifically, don't we have 2 sets of teeth? So it's a set of other tooth on top of the tooth that grows.
Yeah.
But after that, there's no more teeth.
There's no more.
Let me ask you a question. Why did they take out her tooth?
Because I don't think her mother has her brush her teeth when she's at her mother's house.
But was it loose?
I don't know. I just know they had to extract they made a filling, and then they did something else.
Oh, you just came from the dentist.
No, because reason why, because I sometimes wonder.
For a little while.
I sometimes wonder if they do that just to do that.
What do you mean? Take tooth out?
Take a tooth out just so they can mix.
They said they was taking the tooth out that was a baby tooth. That meant that when they said they
so it needed to take out because
they needed to take
does
that
it look
out.
like a baby tooth?
I don't even know which one they took. Yeah,
Let me see the tooth.
It's right next to the tooth. That's the tooth they took out. Where the tooth at?
It's in here.
Oh, you want to see it?
I just want to see. I don't want to do nothing.
He's not gonna eat it.
That's a baby tooth?
It smells good.
Oh, but I do see what. Okay, so it was rotted. That's why, because it was. I could see if you look at the tooth, that's like a rotted on the side.
Curve, right?
There's like a hole in the tooth.
Yeah, she was saying that a little bit. My tooth hurt.
There's a hole in the tooth, so that's why they took it out. So yeah, so you gotta brush your teeth every day. Brush your teeth every day.
I do, but I don't brush them good enough.
Then you gotta do better. Then you gotta do better. You gotta remember, all this is gonna help you out when you get older. You know.
You're a chicken head.
I'm a chicken head. There you go. And
yeah, that's from.
And a maniac.
And a maniac.
You remember that from back in the day?
What?
Calling girls chicken head. You gotta do that in Harlem.
No, I remember chicken. No, I remember chicken heads. I was like, that was late in the 90s. I
What, chicken heads?
Yeah, we used to call girls chicken heads. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. Dude.
Well, you know, we had to clean it up because now you got your kid here. You're trying to make it like an ABC conversation.
And battle axe. And what would you calling girls? What would you heard girls being called when you was growing up? Because they're slang words, and she probably ain't gonna hear them after we see him no more.
A lot of, because I was in Spanish Harlem, so there was a lot of Spanish.
Oh yeah, it's probably a whole different
You grew up in Spanish Harlem?
Yeah. My family's Puerto Rican. Like the family I grew up with,
mixed.
yeah. But I remember, like, because I used to hang out with Puerto Ricans back
Who's
then.
what, where, when, and why? Mother black, father black.
My mother's Haitian, my father's Puerto Rican. So it was my father's side of the family.
You know, in Puerto Rico.
And then the Haitian side was another one. They were super conservative. So there was no cursing. I think I had one cousin that was like a rebellious kid. My Haitian, they were like Jehovah's Witness or something.
Let me see.
They were very kept
you
to
don't
themselves.
curse that much, I noticed.
But
Probably from that.
Which is weird. Yeah, which is weird because my father's side of the family, totally different. Totally, like, it was fun hanging out with my father's side of the family. You know.
That's the Spanish Puerto Rican.
Spanish. Yeah, we used to have house parties, like in the house. The family, the grandmother, we used to get together, just have family members just coming over. It was good old days.
You know, there's a...
My grandmother passed, all that done. All that is done.
It takes one person, the monarchy of the family.
Yeah, she like united all of us. And then, cause like literally, my grandmother passed. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. But yeah, I had a good memories.
You know, there's a section in Puerto Rico where it's like really dark skinned Puerto Rican people.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, because what happened was you had a situation. It was colonized. Puerto Rico was colonized.
Mm-hmm.
The dark skinned Puerto Ricans were basically slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They were slaves.
Did that in Cuba too.
And the Tainos.
The Taino Indians were like more like Indians, native to that country, you know. And people say they died out, but I'm telling you this right now. My grandmother looked straight up like a Taino. Like if you had a picture of a Taino, my grandmother looked like a Taino.
They didn't die out.
Yeah, but people say that. I said that people say. I say that's it.
It killed them out.
Anyway,
Most of them. Christopher Columbus, when they came to those little islands, he left them a gift called chicken pox and malaria and diseases. And a lot of times when they came back when they first came up to battle those peoples, because a lot of them won because they were surrounded by water, and they were indigenous to that land, so they knew how to do what they had to do. And when they came back the second time, he didn't have no problem conquering because he was like, oh wow, the diseases that they left from coming there killed off half the people. Yeah. So he just went through and killed all the men and raped the women. Which changes the gene pool and everything.
Still is trying to keep the conversation
He was a
ABC.
tyrant.
Keep it to ABC, and we got a kid here. All right, so I just found out while we were at the dentist that you're a Spider-Man fan.
Love
him. Did you like Kraven the Hunter?
Yes.
They have a Kraven the Hunter movie coming out. There was a trailer.
Who's going to be the star?
Remember the Avengers movie
Which one?
The Avengers, Age of Ultron.
Yes.
The guy who played Quicksilver.
Word.
That's Kraven the Hunter.
Is he
I was
bigger?
hoping he's not. He's. I mean, they cut him up. He's got like a little bit more muscular, but I would have pictured a bigger person, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure you would like it. I mean, Spider-Man fans probably would be excited about it. So the last conversation we left off was basically fighting with women, and we already started saying that we're not trying to talk about like abusing women. We're just talking about just going blows to blows with a woman who's willing to go blows to flow with you, things of that nature. But I also try to remember, so a lot of times it's like it's up to us to try to remember that maybe a woman could slap you like 5 or 10 times, but a man could just, one punch and just like.
If just you put your hands on a man like a man, you should be treated like a man. Yeah, but okay, but it shouldn't be no double standard.
Hold on.
If you're a big guy and I'm a little guy and I smack you in the face and you take me and throw me all around the room, who feels sorry for me that they see me smack you in the face? If the chances is that can happen.
Yeah,
to
but
me.
Still, a lot of times when that happens, and a woman, I've seen situations where a woman's beating a dude in the streets, and as soon as the guy touches the woman, all the men start coming out for her, right? If you like the guy, they're gonna be like slapping, you ain't nothing, you ain't this, you ain't this, and as soon as the guy hits back, all the guys just come out and just like, hey, what you doing touching her, right? So it doesn't matter what you think; it just what's the natural reaction. Reaction, and
can I ask you a question?
That's why I say, no matter what, if a woman's beating you and this is something that's considered abuse, call the cops.
Well, I mean, because we gotta wait. I'm trying to ask the question real quick. If you tell somebody twice, meet me here, and they still persist to not meet you there, should you go to them still, or should you say something?
I would say something. Say, stand your ground on that. I mean, especially if they got the vehicle and you're the one that's just walking to it. You gotta let them know. Well, it's just, we're cut into a different conversation, and basically something's going on with this brother. But, yeah, hold on. I just wanted to see how we're at. We're at 47 minutes. All right. So again, if you have any feedbacks about this conversation, leave a comment below.
My thing, me being a martial arts instructor, a martial art practitioner, I can't put my hands on nobody. I can go to jail just like that. So if a woman is attacking me, and I have to defend myself against a woman, my best tactic would be to subdue her, pin her down, and be like, yo, calm yourself down.
No, let me ask you a question. Is that, now, because I know what you're talking about. The best thing to do is to subdue someone. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a situation with legal situations. Now, if somebody was attacking you, and instead of you hitting them and anything like that, all you did was subdue them in terms of, like, keeping them from hitting you, keeping them from hurting you or hurting themselves. Is that legal? So the courts can't come at you and be like, well, you did that, and stuff like that.
No, that's legal because you're not giving that. See, you can overdo it, overkill.
Yeah.
And you can go to jail for that.
Yeah.
If you're giving the equal amount of defense against an attack, so if a woman is attacking you and you
I just text you back. I'm on Washington and Monroe. I'm at work right now. Our customers in the store.
Defense, because there actually is no self-defense.
It's a block away from where I live at. Come to Washington.
No self-defense laws here.
You know where the subway's at? Because you pass it when you go to my house.
All right, so the brothers just
turn on Washington.
So right now,
come right out. I meet you right outside the door.
Just tell them it's in front of Subway.
I just did.
Okay.
I don't like the fact that, because I've seen it happen so many different times where and I'm not gonna lie to you. Ever since I was a kid, letting somebody hit me to beat up on me because you weak. Okay, this is the thing, right? I don't know if you were there or not, but I remember her mother was mad at me one day. and she walked and she came over and she did like this. You see how you look? Because you kind of going, that look almost looked to me like you were saying, is he hitting me, trying to get my attention? Like, what's going on? Then the second one came. So then you go, oh, you hitting me. So when the third one came.
But it feels like playful hits.
I know, but see, what it was is because when you're 4'11", and I'm 5'6".
There goes, hold on, let's press pause.
Come on, Grandpa. Come on, Mama.
Because that's what I was talking about. All right, so the brother we pressed pause because the brother had to drop off. His daughter had to get picked up after going to the dentist. Then we got into a conversation about fighting with women. The brother was giving some justifications of why if a woman's man enough to fight with you, then she'd be able to handle the punches. What I was trying to get at with the brother...
I'm not saying whoop her ass. I'm saying that if you hit me, if right now I'm talking to you and I don't see you in a month and you come back and you're Justina, if you put your hands on me, my mind frame is to hit you one time hard enough for you not to want to fight no more. Because when I used to grow up, this is one thing I should remember. Okay, you tap me, as boys do, and this is what girls do. And you be thinking to yourself, I ain't even hit you that hard. So, they don't care, because in their mind, boys is yucky, and boys is stupid. And
just to describe what he was doing, he had Basim tap him on the wrist, and he waved his hand, indicating that he was going to give a more powerful strike. The problem with that is what you just said earlier. A woman can slap you a couple of times and stuff like that. You hit them back, you're risking the chance of them dying. Or just risking the chance of them having a visible bruise to the point that they could just walk to the cops and be like, you hit her. And then next you know it's evidence.
They should change that because
they should, but it isn't. That's the problem.
But they should, because what happens is...
I get it, but it's not there.
There's another thing that besides... Okay, let me tell you about the story. So the guy and the girl was fighting. Then they was arguing. Kept arguing. She spat in his face. So when she spat in his face, he caught her. Boom! And when he caught her, she fell back. Hit her head. Hit the ground. Legs started shaking. Stopped shaking. She was dead. It was an accident. That don't mean nothing. You still caused that life. You gotta go to jail.
Manslaughter.
Yeah. Now, instead of him punching her in her face with full might, he could have smacked. I was talking to a girl and she said, I'm gonna get somebody to F you up. I said, get him. I went on the phone. I started calling numbers. Called the pops. I said, your daughter want to say something. She said, ain't no pops. I'll call you back. I said, oh, you got some cousins of mine. And I called them. Then she said something else and I kicked me in my nuts. I hit her in her leg so hard, I left my hand print. But she ain't try to hit me, kicking me, and all that crazy stuff no more. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, yo, like, what are you, like, why would you do that? What? So? I'm like, oh, so, all right, yeah. No problem. Blow!
Yeah.
That handprint was right on that leg. Yeah. Now, I might be a messed up dude, and I might not have handled it right, according to some. I just don't feel that you should be able. I had an ex in Atlanta, Georgia. She used to tell me, I don't care what a woman do. I'm teaching my son how to hit him. I said, so if a woman hit your son upside the head with a frying, don't hit him back. If a woman stab your son with a neck, don't hit him back. I said, you sound stupid. I said, there's no way I would have a child by you and as a male, and I tell him not to hit her back, not to defend herself. Frying pan, I got an iron skillet can crack your skull. Mm-hmm. Getting stabbed. So what's she gonna do? I didn't mean to kill him. Ma'am, you stabbed him 15 times. You stabbed him 10 times. You could have just stabbed him once and killed him. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's why you learn. That's why you're taking martial arts, so you could be able to learn how to. That's why. But the thing is,
wait. What y'all don't know is, all right. So in my class, I have a 10th degree and I have a 9th degree black belt. Right. I just found out I'm a 3rd degree. I never knew that. I thought I might have been 1st or 2nd. But my instructor told me I was a 3rd degree. So in the classroom, there's nothing but kids. And he had me roughed them up. So now, Mr. Aquarius is over here. Every time he turns around, he says, I got a black belt and beating up kids. Cause like Kramer, he always referenced me to Kramer when Kramer beat up a bunch of...
Yeah, he was bragging. What it was is that he was bragging to Jerry Seinfeld that he was a top martial artist, convincing him that he could teach him how to do martial arts. When Jerry walked in, he saw him just beating up kids.
Just kids. So these kids don't lose.
But you got your black belt before that.
Yeah, but these kids got
No, but it was what it was is that he Moosah would always come in and tell me, yo, I had this dude. He would say in his class, and like he couldn't get out of a grip that Moosah put him in, and I was like, and then when I was like, then it took me a while to find out it was one of the brother's sons, one of the dude's sons. So I was like, yeah, you got a black belt, child food.
Yeah, I'm a child food black belt. Yeah, I knew it. See, I told you
every time he brags, it's always about one of
always
the
a kid.
kids.
He has to be under the age of 19. And once he comes to my shouting, in the studio of kick a kid's butt, I got him. Like Bernie Mac said, you ain't gotta ask me what happened to your kid. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. I took a hammer and I smacked the hell out your kid.
Yeah, but that story you told me about was like horrible. Like you said that.
I didn't mean cry.
The guy had you had what was it? He had you in a grip, or no? You had him in a grip, but he couldn't get out of it. So
hey, let me tell you, he had me in grips I couldn't get out of.
Who, Moosah?
Yeah.
All right. But it would have been better if you had told me that.
But I didn't want to tell you that because
you said because
he's a ninth degree. He's the one that's the ninth degree.
Yeah, but you say this kid was like matter of fact, it was the oldest son, right? He was the oldest.
That boy, I'm 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, but you know, you should have let up. You should have been like, okay, yeah.
No, I let up the second time because his father pep talked him. So the second time we got into a tussle,
it was the ego.
Because he cried the first time. So the second time, I let him go because I didn't know if he was gonna cry. Because I was just laying there holding him, looking around, and he was tussling, and I could have easily just tightened the grab up and just not let him go. But I was like, oh yeah, get the fingers. So I gave him my fingers, and he ain't do nothing with them. Get the wrist. Oh, okay, he ain't do nothing with that. And then he slipped out. And I said, yeah, he won.
You see, back when we was training in Binghamton, when we used to train at the what was that, the American League?
American League.
Soke Kareem would use Moosah as the attack guy because Moosah was
yeah, you want to use the strongest example.
He's a very strong guy. This guy is I seen him do some really strong.
Yeah, he's the thing.
With weights and everything.
Yeah.
With weights and all that.
Yeah, Moosah's the Fantastic Four thing.
Yeah, he's strong.
It's clobbering time.
So
that's
we
Moosah.
used to use him to attack the other people, our students.
Now, what you don't understand is I wasn't going to class then. Our oldest man alive.
No, the thing, bro.
No,
you're experienced security guard, martial art fighter. You've been in street fights before, so it's not like you don't know what you.
I know that, but I'm tell you, when he met me, Shabazz said, "Oh yeah, he know Moosah know the 52." So when he said Moosah know the 52, he had me fight all of his students. Then he kept bringing me back, fight all his students. So I'm gonna give this man credit because he said, "Why don't you let Moosah join?" Because I didn't know, I was just coming. So then once I joined, I went up the ranks slow. It took me a long, like I had my brown belt for a while.
Was you one of the
this
students?
man sitting right here said, "Don't you think it's time for his black belt?" Because if I'd have asked, he'd have said, "Don't ask. The teacher's supposed to tell you when you're supposed to get it." Because I didn't know. I don't know how it goes. But when he said it, then he said, "You know what? I think you're right." And even now, when I go up there, there's times where he was like, "Nah, I think Moosah should be like a second or third dan." That's him. He'll say that.
So basically, somebody spoke for your skills.
Well, the funny thing is, I'm blessed with that particular gift that like before y'all was around me, Shabazz used to always look out. He wouldn't let nobody bother me. They would come straight down my road and go up Oak Hill. How y'all come pick me up and don't pick up Moosah and y'all gotta go past his house to get me?
Shabazz,
He's a
all right, so we're just getting off
Red Beard
so
and Darren. He's a spaz on him all the time. Now guess what? Every time the brother in the mash is bothering me, Nuruddin be like, "Yo, let me know." I tell him, "Yo, don't talk to Moosah right now. Yo, what's up?" You know what I mean? So he's been taking like a lot of times because I don't. He see I don't argue, so he's like, "Well, let me know." I'll
yeah, but the reason why is because as a result, you don't come to the master because you get frustrated and stuff, and I don't want that. But like, yeah, but we kind of got off a topic. We kind of talked about
Smacko.
Smackle.
My Indian tribe.
Yeah. What would you
smack a
all right,
like a hole?
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm really against
Beating women
beating or
for no reason.
or hitting women, but I am all for self-defense.
Yeah.
I am all about self-defense, and self-defense. I mean, there's been cases in the news. We've read about it in the news.
He died.
We've seen it in the news where women attack men with weapons, knives, and killed men.
Killed them.
We got Lorraine Lebovitz out there. So
She cut his Johnson off.
Yeah, but Lorena Bobbitt was a victim of abuse.
It's okay though.
Yeah,
I'd rather you catch me in my sleep and bust my head to the white meat than to catch me in my sleep and cut my meat off, take it with you,
and
get in the car and throw it away. And they found it and put it back on. He says, bigger now than it was before. We didn't need to know that. And we don't even know what that man looked like to this day. He might be dead, alive, we don't even know. But at the same token, when did she got away with that at first? Like self-defense?
Yeah, she didn't.
I don't know.
I don't think she
It took her a while.
Yeah,
just check your YouTube. See if she's still in jail. Lorena Bobbitt, she's still in jail.
Probably. I'll check
she get arrested.
But just make a long story short, everybody has a right to defend themselves against anyone. I'm against man or woman, woman or child. You have that right to defend yourself. And when I say child, I'm talking about these young punk teenagers out here who think they're badasses all the time, But we have that right to defend ourselves, but we have to know how to distinguish. You cannot over-defend yourself.
Yeah,
you over-defend yourself, you will be going to jail. And they will lock you up. And if you are known as a boxer or a wrestler or a karate guy,
you know what you're doing.
You're really going to get, the book is really going to be thrown at you.
Yeah, if that's your profession,
So you have to
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing.
Distinguish how much pressure or how much self-defense you're going to use against this woman.
Exactly. And another thing, don't have Mr. Aquarius with you, because what he'll do is, what do you expect? You was a black belt. I knew you was going to start beating up women. You went from kids to women. And the cop going to be like, tell us more, sir.
Yep, that's
he
right.
beat up all the kids in his class all the time.
And he brags about it.
I knew he was going to smack a woman. And then he done dragged my butt off to the big house.
I will be there.
And then when I go to court, I don't even ask him to show up. He's right there. You should give him 3 years. 1 to 3 is good for me.
1 to 3, yes.
And I'm going to be thinking, when I get out, I'm going to train a girl so good in kicking nuts that she going to kick his nuts until he swallow a pair. How that sound? I agree with you though. You shouldn't beat nobody.
I know of a guy. This guy is a master of the martial arts, and he got into an altercation one time, and he wound up kicking this guy in the jaw, breaking his whole face off, and he wound up doing 5 years in the penitentiary.
Damn.
Now, the thing was, when he went to court, the judge, he saw his hands. His knuckles looked like leather fists. I mean, this guy's knuckles are really big and they're dark and they're black. You can tell he's been pounding on bricks and punching bags for a long time. That's the first thing the judge looked at. And the judge said, you don't practice martial arts for a sport. You practice martial arts to kill people, because look at your hand. And that's what had him sent away. Just because he got big knuckles, karate knuckles, is what got him 5 years. And what happened was, when he kicked this guy, the guy was trying to rob him. The guy was trying to rob this particular person. And he kicked the guy. The guy had a gun.
Oh, snap. We went right over the hour.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit some of this out, because some of this is like... Okay. This is going to be the first one I'm going to try to do editing. So a lot of even the stuff I'm saying right now. So keep going.
The guy had a gun. pulled the trigger and the gun didn't go off.
Mistake.
And he kicked the guy in the jaw and wound up doing 5 years in
that's crazy, though.
Yeah.
A guy almost killed him with a gun.
Yeah.
He, for self-defense, he kicks him. And he goes to jail for that?
And he goes to jail for that.
I'm jumping on the bandwagon, and I'm thinking that it might be the same person. So,
Yeah.
this pimp hustle stack money, 6 foot some change, sausage Frankfurt up in the back of the neck, having bald headed, used to have hair, waves, braids, all that craziness, goes into the projects with the jewelry on.
Oh, yeah.
3 dude comes in the same elevator cart, or elevator, right? Let's call it elevator.
Yeah.
Cut off the light. He come out the door stabbing the dude. Freeze! Don't you move! They was gonna put him in jail. He said they tried to jump me and rob me. You got one knocked out over here, and you got him. You don't stab like 3-4 times. When he was in a room, but see, I wasn't there, so I can't really verify this story. But I know he tells this story. And when they examined him, he had the dude's tooth. And when he looked at the other 2 dudes, they had all their teeth. They let him go. They said you had to be gotten jumped, and they had to attempt to rob you. So he's had situations where it was dire need, and he wanted to come out on top.
That's. I would be honest with you. I think that's. Do karate instructors tell you the legal situation?
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is what you do in a situation.
Yeah.
You know, this is what you also want to do to protect yourself.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like, I mean, some of these moves that I see in martial art class look like it can damage someone to the point that it looks like it's almost illegal. You know, eye gouging, raking. I mean, all that stuff.
Well, to be honest with you, to be real about it, yeah, you right, and some of it does look that way. But really, truthfully, you understand, if a woman, you got a 110-pound woman, and she's being attacked by a 200-some pound man.
60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
You know, that makes sense. I'm just saying, just for anybody in general, like some moves might not be necessary for other people. You know, like if it's a short woman that's fighting against a bigger guy, then it makes sense because she has to do whatever she can.
She's got to do whatever.
But if it's a guy that's
by
equal,
any means necessary.
yeah, but if it's a guy like equal size, equal strength, and he's breaking the arms to the point that it's bent backwards and gouging his fingers, all that stuff, is it excessive? Does it get to a point where that's illegal? Now you're facing charges.
I say this. This is what I say. If a person is trying to take your life, if they are threatening your life, you have a right to defend your life. And if it means you breaking an arm or gouging an eye or biting them, then by any means necessary.
Does it also mean taking a risk of losing your freedom?
That's right. You may be taking that risk, but you also taking. If you don't, you might be taking a risk of being killed. So I'd rather lose my freedom than to be killed.
Lose your freedom rather than lose your life.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, so you have to be able to distinguish and weigh it out in your mind, in your head, of how much pressure to apply. If you're in a bar and a guy is drunk and he's talking crap and he stumbles and hits you, and you be, hey buddy, watch it, and he wants to talk crap to you, that's something you can go ahead, man. And just walk away from that, you know. And if he doesn't let you walk away, then you subdue him. You don't beat him down. You put him in a lock. You sit his ass down and you like, yo, chill the fuck out, man.
I'm about to hurt you.
Yeah.
But okay, I've done security, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've done security where I had to hem somebody up, and I didn't have to say I'm about to hurt you because I was hurting you. Because my mind frame is, if I got you to where you feeling like it can break or something's gonna happen to you, you're gonna be reluctant to throw that other hand.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm looking at you talking to you, I'm not just gonna hold the hole and then be walking around looking at everybody else like, look what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now to me, yes, I'm an eye gouge, but I'm not gonna eye to poke your eye out your head. If you on, if you on me and I need to go to my next destination, forget all that. Bruce Lee said, if you harm me, I'm going to maim you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And if you maim me, I'm going to kill you. Because he's saying, I don't know what your full attention was going to be.
Yeah.
So being that that's the factor, I don't know if I should sit around there and wait to figure out, was you going to kill me or was you not going to kill me? Or was it going to be, oh, you just knocked me out and left it alone? Because I think one time he was fighting, fight was over, he turned his back, dude kicked him in the back and caused him having spinal issues. So from that point on, he could have been paralyzed from that point on.
Yeah.
But from extreme therapy, and plus he had like 2% body fat,
Yeah,
he was extremely strong.
A very strong body,
It happened to work out for him. But in a normal human being, it might not have been that type of situation. You got, back then, they fought with gloves maybe no thicker than that damn wristband he got on. So you getting hit more, it's feeling like, oh, he ain't got nothing on. Or hand wraps. Now they got gloves that's kind of padded, that takes some of that sting off. Back then,
It was
you get
basically
kicked in your face, you get kicked in your face, you get kicked. You gotta go for your belt and you gotta fight him. Somebody's gonna be like, maybe I didn't really like him whatsoever, and try you a little bit harder. Outside is different. You gotta know when and when not to do certain things. If she got a stick and she hit me the first time, I don't like it, I'm gonna grab the weapon, try to take the weapon away. Now, if she dropped the stick and then go get a pole or a pipe, now I'm be thinking, how far are we about to take this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people some people got that ignorance where it's not, what? I fought my brothers, my uncles, and you think you tough. You think you tough, and then you don't want to argue. You ain't a loud person. You quiet, you a little bit timid. Sometimes some of them try to take the advantage of that. Is it right? Okay, if it ain't right, then how come it's always wrong? Why is it just one-sided? Why would you hit him knowing he can't hit you back? Or why would you hit him knowing that if he hit you back, you
can
lose?
have him locked up.
You lose, and he gets not locked up. Then you got some dudes that's thinking, well, if I'm gonna get locked up, I might as well beat your ass. I might as well go in there.
Make it worth it.
Yes.
If I'm gonna get
so even when I come out in 4-5 years and I see you in the streets, I can go, oh, I must have did a,
I did 3 nights and 3 days. 3 days and 3 nights in Broome County. Simply because this chick I was dealing with decided to go out somewhere and come back home all high up or whatever. And we get into. I'm telling I'm telling her, why are you out? You got cases, child welfare cases going on. Why are you out there getting high with these particular people? Well, anyway, it broke down to an argument, and I was making the attempt to leave because she was really saying words to me that was really getting under my skin, and the N-word was one of them. I don't like being called the N-word.
Especially by no woman I'm dating.
Especially by one. I don't even like using that word. The two black men. Yo, my this, my that. I don't like that. Well, she called me the N-word, and I said, you know what? Let me go and put my sneakers on so I get the hell out of here before I'm going upside this woman's head. And that's what I was attempting to do. Well, that attempt didn't work out too well because as I'm sitting down looking for my sneakers in my bedroom, mind you, and we're still throwing words back and forth. I'm looking for my sneakers. I'm like, I got to get out of here. She runs up on me and comes at me with her 2 hands totally extended like she's going to choke me in my neck. She's going after me. By reflex, muscle memory, I deflected her choke, with both my hands and came here. Bow! And I didn't hit her hard. I just tapped her to let her see that I could have knocked you the fuck out.
You shouldn't be doing this.
She winds up calling the cops, and they wind up taking me to Broome County. And I wound up being in Broome County for 3 nights and 3 days. And when I came out of Broome County, I went to his house. I went to Moosah's house. I couldn't even go back to my house because the girl was there, and she had an order of protection against me. And I couldn't even go back in my own apartment.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's just the consequences is higher when you retaliate. I mean,
Yeah.
It's it is what it is. The courts will favor for the other person, especially if they call first. A lot of times, it's all who calls first. I mean, I got into a fight with another dude who started the fight, but he called the cops first on me, and the cops took me. You know what I'm saying? And now this was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
This was a long time. But like a lot of times, they'll just arrest who the person was calling. So I get it. It's it is what it is. We just got to be careful what we're fighting for.
You just got to be careful.
Yeah.
And you got to know how much force to use.
Yeah, and that's another because you got to. Fighting seems to be a lot of. It sees a lot of stress because you got to determine how much pressure you're going to use, how much force you have to use. Where is it? How because all that rolled into one combat because you don't know how far the person that's coming after you is taking it. Mm-hmm. Are they playing with you? Are they just trying to, humiliate you, or they are trying to take your life? You know what I'm saying? So these things are something that we have to think about.
And a woman can hurt you just as well as any man can. So you have to keep that in mind too.
Yeah, but I mean, so it is what it is. But one of the reasons why I was thinking about that is because we were thinking about like the sport fighting. A lot of the sport fighting you see in like a lot of women who will now identify, men who identify as women joining the sports, and they'll go into the fighting, the mixed martial arts, and they'll just dominate. Mm-hmm. And sometimes a lot of the fight seems to be one-sided. Mm-hmm. Like it's
the guy against the woman,
the transsexual who's winning.
Because he still has man bones.
So
your hormones can get changed, but you still have man bones, man muscle structure, man strength.
So that's what I was thinking about. It's like, no matter how many times a woman is attacking us, how much strength do they actually have where it could just take one punch from you that can end the whole situation. So it's just I was just thinking about.
Even with that, you don't even have to. You don't necessarily have to punch a woman.
No.
Applying any kind of force, even if you slap them, with your force and strength and hands.
Lock them into a wrist lock or something like that. Hold them down and tell them, yo.
I think when it comes to a relationship, unless the person is known to stab people or go out of control, I think the best thing is to try to find a way to just put them in a subdued position so they're not harming you and you're not harming them.
Right.
And also you could probably calm them down and
right.
Maybe you need to get out the door, call the cops or something.
Well, okay, what about my situation? I didn't know I didn't know the fight was real. I'm thinking she playing. When she was like, get your hand out of my face, I'm thinking.
All right, so what would you have done had she actually stabbed you, but it didn't go all the way?
I'd have shot her.
All right, so but at the same time, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that.
I'd have shot her because my father got killed by somebody stabbed me.
I understand that, but I'm also saying.
So I'd have bugged out behind it.
But at the same time, the other situation is that the evidence would be self-evident. I mean, she stabbed you. There's a thumbprint. There's a handprint. There's a knife wound. You know what I'm saying? You carry a gun for your profession.
This is the funny thing.
So she
Let me cut you off for 1 second. Guy and a woman get into a fight. Guy gets his ass handed to him. Gets to a point where he kind of hit her. Bunk, bink. Ah! He's calling 911. Cops come. His shirt tore. His eyes swollen. He got scratches all across his face. How does he have to take a walk? Why don't she have to take a walk?
Well, I mean, it's because a lot of people.
Because of nothing. It's unfair.
I'm not justifying. All I'm saying is that the reality is that a lot of people will fail. A lot of the courts, a lot of the cops, a lot of people on the streets, they see it's like they're visual. They see oh, the woman got hurt, oh, she beat the that. Just like a lot of dudes don't want to talk about them being beaten by their women, because if a man tries to confess that he's being abused by his woman,
they're gonna laugh at it.
Everybody's gonna laugh at him. You're a wimp. You're not realizing that maybe he just doesn't want to hit her, one, because he loves her, and two, he don't want to go to jail. He knows he might kill her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that was one of my first marriage was like, I just didn't want to kill her. You know what I'm saying?
You killed before?
No, I didn't kill before. I'm just saying I just didn't want to kill her. You know, because I would be afraid that I would literally unleash all my anger on her, and just like with one hit, it would just be something I regret. You know, doom. But like anyway, so we was just having this conversation. It was everywhere, but it was mainly about domestic violence, fighting with your woman. We had a pretty good talk. You liked it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that now I done lost all my female followers.
We did.
Just joking.
We did put in that we're not advocating for domestic violence. It's
I
just
know, but I do
more like domestic defense. More like domestic defense. You got anything to say, Basim?
Yeah, that's all, man. Like you just said, domestic defense. You have the right to defend yourself, but you need to distinguish between how much and how little pressure to use in a self-defense situation.
There you go. That's words of wisdom from a martial artist named Basim. So thank you for tuning in. If you like what you heard, like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Thank you, and have a good day.